Hey there! Welcome back to the channel! We're going to speak about what occurs when your ex contacts you, which I know many of us can relate to. You feel it, right? You're moving on, establishing your life, and regaining confidence. And then BAM! Their name appears on your phone, like a quick emotional roller coaster. That old emotion returns. You may feel your heart race, your thoughts race, and doubt everything. Do I respond? What does it mean? Your mind is full of 1,000 things, and you feel unsettled and exposed again. Reactions like this are normal. It's human. This is the truth you must hear. You are in charge. You decide what happens. They can't hijack your tranquility or development anymore, no matter what they say or why they've reached you. Today, we'll discuss how to reclaim your control when your ex approaches you and avoid the 7 worst blunders that can send you back into emotional instability. To be honest, this is a test of your growth, learning, and progress since that relationship ended. When your ex turns up, it's like life is reminding you of what you've endured and where you're going. And guess what? You may assert yourself now. This is your moment to display your strength, resilience, and worth. No need for them to feel complete. No need for their approval. Being alone makes you whole. I understand. This is confusing. Maybe you're still wondering what could have been. Maybe you're drawn to the past. Allow me to acknowledge that. Feeling that way is fine. But remember that the past doesn't define you or determine your future. Your ex may be contacting you for unrelated reasons. You must keep focused regardless of their objectives. That's our focus today. Before we discuss the 7 pitfalls to avoid when your ex contacts you, remember that you've come a long way. Seriously, if you're here, you're making progress, whether you've been mending for months or just started. Your accomplishment makes me proud. Let's honor your growth. Please provide a self-affirmation below. My mantra: I am strong, whole, and worthy of peace and love. Take that in and tell everyone. Drop your own affirmation in the comments below. What do you need to remember now that gives you strength? Your power reaffirmed? Lift each other. Let's begin now that we've set that intention. Being contacted by your ex can seem like being tossed into an emotional blender. Being pulled back by your past might make you feel out of control. You don't have to return there. You've grown and learned, so you'll manage this circumstance with confidence, clarity, and most importantly, control. Take a moment, because at the conclusion of this video, you'll know how to stay on track, conserve energy, and avoid these 7 blunders when your ex visits. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Mistake number 1, responding out of impulse. Phone buzzes. It's them. Your heart racing, emotions soar, and you want to respond. You type hastily, send, and regret it. Sound familiar? Impulsive responses occur when emotions overpower reason and control is lost. Please pause. This circumstance hinges on Marcus Aurelius's words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Though you can't control when someone reaches out, you can control your response. You have power in that option. Impulsive responses give emotions, fear, excitement, or longing, power. Impulsive responses are often anxious, enthusiastic, or reactive. They send a message, but often the wrong one. Worse, they make you uneasy and wonder whether you've compromised. The truth is that responding impulsively is about what your words signify, not just what you say. Do they come from confidence and tranquility or insecurity and haste. So pausing before replying isn't just helpful, it's crucial. Stop when you get that text or call. Inhale deeply. Avoid responding immediately. Take at least 24 hours to think. Spend time thinking about how you feel and what you'll say. Why did this message resonate? Do you want closure, affirmation, or more? This pause isn't for games or manipulation. It's about conserving energy and responding as you are, not as people remember you. Delaying shows self-respect and sets the tone for others. Impulsively responding means letting their message guide you. Taking time to consider and choose restores control. Your response becomes deliberate and confident. It demonstrates you're not easily misled by transitory emotions. You're confident and in charge of your story. Imagine how differently clear responses feel. A calm, controlled response indicates your worth as well as your thoughts. It says, "I'm not here for your whims. I select how and when to reply." That's power. Next time your phone buzzes and emotions surge in, don't act instantly. Pause, reflect, and respond with strength and self-respect. Please affirm in the comments, "I am calm, confident, and in charge," because you are that when you select thinking over impulsive responses. Mistake number 2, seeking closure from them. We want closure when a relationship ends. Why did this happen? Did I do it? Continue to care? We think explaining, apologizing, or solving the problem will magically remove the suffering. Closure doesn't come from others, but it may hurt from within. Looking for closure from your ex gives them your emotional freedom. You're saying, "I need your consent to continue." It's perilous there, pal, because often the answers you want won't come or won't be satisfying. Their words and arguments won't soothe your wounds. Stoic Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." What does it mean? It indicates that our what if and if only thoughts inflict greater grief than the real incident. You can proceed without their responses, confirmation, or tale. You must claim closure. The terrible reality is that even if they sit down and explain everything, you won't find peace. Why? Because closure is about accepting, not understanding. It's about letting go of regrets and unresolved questions. Say, "This chapter is over, and I am turning the page." Instead of asking for closure, take charge. Write out whatever you want to say to them. Go raw, tell the truth, release all emotions. Write to be read. The twist, you won't send it. Burn, shred, or erase the document or file. This act is about you shedding your burden, not them. It symbolizes, "I don't need your answers to find peace. I am giving myself permission to move forward." Think about it. Why should your recovery depend on someone who couldn't even support you? Why should their silence, excuses, or justifications define you? You're stronger. Even without them, you're entire. Close is a choice. You choose to love yourself over the agony, recognizing that you deserve a future without the past. It's about believing in your courage and strength to heal, not their words. Mistake number 3, reverting to old habits. It's tempting. When your ex calls, laughing, late-night discussions, and shared dreams return. In its warm embrace, nostalgia whispers, "Maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe we can go back to how things were." It's true. Nostalgia deceives. It highlights positive times and blurs bad ones. Like an old photo, it's gorgeous in its calm, but missing the tumult, conflicts, and reasons the relationship ended. One of the simplest traps with an ex is falling into old behaviors. They may say everything or nothing, but your heart fills in the gaps and paints them in the light you want. Their words and actions are not the main danger. Your propensity to rewrite the story in your mind is. As Epictetus wisely observed, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The breakup occurred. No one can change the past. How you react now is your power. Are you reacting from emotional growth or familiarity? Old habits stick, especially in relationships. Maybe you always said yes to their requests, even when it tired you. Maybe you ignored warnings, believing things would magically improve. These habits didn't help you before and won't now. Reverting to those behaviors could erase your gains. Who you're becoming deserves better. Their partnership should be based on mutual effort and growth, with boundaries and respect. Pause before answering that text or answering that call. Ask yourself, do I act lonely or have I grown? Am I returning with a clear head and strong boundaries or seeking comfort in the past? Growth is painful yet important. Choose what's best for you above easy. It involves accepting that you've changed since the relationship ended. You've changed. You've learned. Growth requires rejecting old patterns that kept you back. Great exercise. Jot down your old habits when you're tempted to slip into them. Write what you learned and what you'll do differently beside each one. This visual reminder will keep you present and future-focused. Remember, progress doesn't erase the past. It implies respecting its lessons. Let nostalgia make you grateful for the wonderful moments, but don't forget why you had to move on. It's excellent that you've changed. Follow your growth route, since that's your strength. Mistake number 4, losing self-esteem. When your ex contacts you, it can reflect all your insecurities. Am I worth their time? Do I matter to them anymore? The fundamental question is, why are you letting their acts damage your self-image? Your self-worth is not based on others' opinions. It starts with your self-image, your strengths, character, and path. When you let others' actions disturb your confidence, you lose power. You may replay their words or evaluate their intents to validate them. But this loop only reinforces the myth that someone else defines your value. You don't. Approval and admiration don't build self-worth. Even when the ground is shaky, you build it by standing solid. Reflect on your achievements, both huge and little. It might be how you've helped others, exhibited resilience, or made improvements no one else notices. These determine your worth. Epicurus famously remarked, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This wise saying advises us to establish self-worth from inside. Decide who you are. You dictate how others should treat you. The more you value yourself, the less their words and actions affect you. Try asserting your worth instead of questioning it. Change your focus from "why am I not enough for them?" to "why am I doubting myself in the first place?" You are enough because you are unique. No one can match your contribution. Tip: when uncertainty comes in, jot down 3 times you felt proud of yourself. Maybe you overcame a challenge, helped someone, or kept a promise to yourself. Recall these experiences and remember that your worth is uncompromising. Make this your turning point. Instead of letting their presence or absence affect your self-esteem, anchor in your truth. You don't need their closure, approval, or acknowledgement to appreciate yourself. You write your tale, not them. Leave a comment. I am more than enough. Nothing, no text, silence, or action can take that away. Mistake 5. Ignoring your emotions. It's tempting to ignore your feelings when your ex contacts you. Being strong implies feeling nothing, right? Not at all. Ignoring emotions is like ignoring fire alarms. It doesn't solve the problem. It merely complicates it. Your emotions are communicating with you. It could be rage, reminding you of boundaries broken, or sadness marking a loss. Your mind processes the encounter through these feelings. Stoics acknowledged emotions but didn't let them rule. Seneca said, "The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it." Feeling emotions is different from being devoured by them. Consider, where do suppressed emotions go? They build up, not disappear. This might cause sudden outbursts or emotional numbness when you feel separated from everything save the pain. Avoidance isn't strength. It prevents you from learning from the experience. What to do instead? First, acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and ask yourself, what's really going on inside me? It could be fear of getting harmed again, or relief that they reached out. Allow yourself to feel it. No distractions, no self-criticism, just your truth. After identifying the emotion, let it pass. Processing your emotions through journaling is powerful. Write down your rage, confusion, and longing without filters. This exercise is about releasing emotions safely, not solving problems. Meditation helps too. Let each feeling rise, crash, and settle like a wave in the ocean. Ride it, not fight it. This reclaims your power. You're facing your emotions instead of letting them control you. True strength is facing the storm with grace. This will reveal a significant change. Your emotions fade. You no longer act rashly or feel stressed. You're composed and in control. Your emotions are your guide, not your enemy. Listen, honor, and decide what to do with them. Every storm you face as your life's pilot strengthens you. Leave a remark saying, "I am the master of my emotions." Honoring your feelings gives you back control of your journey. Mistake number 6. Thinking reconciliation will fix everything. Hoping when your ex contacts you is easy. You may believe, maybe this time things will be different. Maybe this time it'll work. But reconciliation without addressing the fundamental causes is like rebuilding a home on flimsy foundations. It may stand, but it'll fall again. Relationships don't end randomly. Cracks, mismatched priorities, unhealed scars, or distrust caused the separation. Going back will entail repeating the same struggles until those cracks are repaired. Think about it. Is it love or nostalgia? Nostalgia masks bad memories while emphasizing good ones. Stoicism emphasizes controlling our choices, ideals, and growth. According to Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Reconciliation gives others your delight. Imagine saying, "I can only be happy if they come back." But you are whole and enough exactly as you are. Nobody else can complete you. Why do you think reconciliation will fix everything? Are you afraid of being alone? Do you doubt you'll find someone better? These sensations are normal, but false. The reason you left, or were left, still persists. Reconciliation is a loop, not a solution, unless you both change deeply. Focus on what could be instead of what was. You deserve what kind of partner? What kind of love fits your changing self? Your answers are within you, not your ex. Letting rid of the past makes room for something healthier, stronger, and doesn't require shrinking to fit. Recall why the relationship ended now. If necessary, write it down. Am I willing to settle for the same, or do I deserve better? You deserve better. You deserve love that meets you where you are, not one that drags you back. Say, I deserve love that aligns with my growth in the comments. History is a lesson, not a destination. Be confident that your future is better than your past. Mistake 7. Letting the past control your future. All right, pals. It's tempting to let old relationship experiences shape your self-image and future. When your ex calls, all those memories, good and bad, may flood back, anchoring you in a place you've outgrown. However, your past does not define you. One chapter, not the complete narrative. Holding on to it is like holding sand. It doesn't return. It slides through your fingers and keeps you stranded. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Dwelling on regrets, what-ifs, and missed opportunities lets the past rule your present. You break those chains by thinking about development, resilience, and possibilities. Your thoughts are strong. You can be stuck in yesterday's pain or move forward. Each moment you spend reliving the past is a moment you're not spending building your future. Relationships may have been meaningful. You learned from it. However, it ended for a reason, and concentrating on it delays the tremendous prospects ahead. Instead of looking back, how about moving forward? If you invested your efforts in yourself instead of your ex, imagine your future. You could set new goals, meet new people, and discover new talents. One chapter ends, but a new story begins with you as the main character. Reclaim your power now. What can I do today to build an exciting future? It could be taking a walk to clear your mind, or trying a pastime you've always wanted. Maybe it's being around positive folks. Step forward, and then another. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I choose strength and purpose. Remember, your past shapes you, but not controls you. You write the next chapter, which can be as lovely as you imagine. Don't react when your ex contacts you. Answer with intention and self-respect. Avoid blunders that reduce power. Regain your strength, confidence, and self-worth. Your control is constant. If you like this video, subscribe, comment, and share it with someone who needs a boost. Got it. Stay strong, empowered, and see you next time.